Okay, we are going to be making ice cream.
So today we're going to show you how to make a churnless tropical fruit ice cream featuring 3 of our favorite tropical fruits: banana, cherimoya or custard apple, and passionfruit.
In this bowl I have the caramelized bananas, 2 bananas with just a touch of cinnamon, and 1 cherimoya. Cherimoya, I have a video for that, how to remove the skin, how to remove the seeds. So, passion fruit. I have 3 passion fruit. They've been washed.
Good thing with passion fruit is they may be small, there may not be a lot in there, but the flavor is strong. And these are actually seeds that you eat, and it adds to the texture.
Oh my God, the smell on those.
Oh, the fresh.
Now what they
man, they just don't capture
when
that
you
when
when
they
you
do a
see them like
juicer
that, all
thing.
nice and wrinkled, that's when you want
That's when you want them. Oh my God, this smells amazing.
Okay, there you go. So we have the juice there. I'm going to take this, move them off to the side so you can see a little bit better. Just take this and scoop them out. This is going to go into the mixture here.
Wow.
First time I looked at these, I looked and I saw and I said, "Oh, come on. There's not very much fruit in there. There's very little in there. Why would anybody want that?" Until I tasted it, and then I realized why. So these 3 are going to add a lot of flavor. All I'm doing is taking the fruit on the inside out, along with the seeds, and I'm leaving the shell.
When you're mixing fruit like this, you want to think about how the flavors are going to complement each other. And choosing these 3, you've got the mellow caramelized banana, you've got the cherimoya that it has so many different flavors going on, but it's almost a bridge of banana flavor with a bit of pear and apple and other tropical scents, maybe even a bit of pineapple. And now you've got the sweet tart of the passion fruit.
Now I have some on my cutting board here, and you think I'm wasting that? Absolutely not.
Every single seed and morsel is going into
So
this.
I'm going to take that, I'm going to mix that together. I really don't want to cook any of these anymore. I just want this to be whipped into the ice cream before it goes into the freezer. So, take that. Next thing I'm going to do, banana liqueur.
And this is a Brazilian banana liqueur made from Brazilian bananas. And we've had the bottle for several years because the little goes a long way. He's going to put a teaspoon in there.
I'm going
to start.
I'm going to start with a teaspoon.
Ooh, a little overspill. And why not?
And I'm going with 2.
But that beautiful color has not changed since the day we bought it. That's what we've used over the years. And now,
Venezuelan rum, dark rum. I usually sip this. This does not get mixed in with anything.
for him to actually add this to a dish, this means something.
You know how
you're seeing something very special.
You know how painful this is?
So that means we're going to go out and buy another bottle this weekend.
Diplomatico.
Diplomatico, it is divine.
So I'm going to add the same amount. Why not?
Until it's almost down to the bottom, because you've got to really tip that bottle. Yeah, we'll need another one of those.
Yes, and it's sipping dark rum.
1/4 inch in a warmed glass on any night. I'm not even going to say a cold, dark night. I'm saying even the pit of the summer. Fine.
Anytime is a good time.
And just enough to keep the ice cream a little softer because alcohol deters some of the freezing, but also adding some background flavors. Things we know and love.
Oh my God. If the ice cream tastes as good as this smells, we're hitting a home run.
I'm grabbing that and smelling that myself. Oh my God. All right.
Now I'm putting this in the freezer And then I'm going to come back in a few minutes and we're going to do the whipped cream. And once I do the whipped cream, then we're going to add the components. Something else that you haven't seen yet here. This is sweetened condensed milk.
But that sweetened condensed milk is homemade.
That is not out of a can. So we're going to add our fruit mixture. We're not adding any additional sugar, whipped cream, a little bit of vanilla, and that's going to be our ice cream. And we'll be back in a few minutes to do the whipped cream part.
Okay, and on to the next step of making our churnless ice cream. We're going to whip some heavy cream, and that'll be added to it.
We've got 1 pint of heavy cream here. Okay.
Now you can see that that's very well whipped. The problem with whipped cream, and it's not actually a problem, it's just a warning, is you don't want to whip it too much because it can actually turn into butter.
A little bit of vanilla.
You want to wait until it's whipped
Teaspoon.
a bit before you add the vanilla.
Now if we're making regular whipped cream, I'd do this right about to here, then I'd add sugar to it. Reason we're not adding sugar is because I have sweetened condensed milk that we're going to add instead.
And also the sweetness of the fruit.
Exactly. So I'm not going to measure these ingredients. I am going to make this and then I'm going to backtrack and figure out how much I used so that it's not too sweet.
Every time you experiment or you develop something and get an idea, there's a bit of trial and error. And this is one where the amounts have to be exacting, but we don't know what those amounts are yet. Therefore.
No, because every time you make something like the sweetened condensed milk, I use a couple different types of sugar for this. So we don't know how that's going to react. We don't know how sweet it's going to be.
What's fascinating is when you make it this way, it's about 40% less calories per 8 ounces than the stuff in the cans.
Now I'm adding a 1/2 cup of the sweetened condensed milk to this. So I'm going to need to fold this in. Can you give me a rubber spatula?
Rubber spatula.
Okay.
We're a Halloween house, so.
Halloween house. So I have a 1/2 cup of sweetened condensed milk. This is 1 pint of whipped cream.
And about a teaspoon of vanilla extract.
I'm actually going to whip this a little tiny bit more to make sure that it has enough air in it and it's going to be able to stabilize everything.
And it just turned that corner.
That's all it took. A little bit more.
When it's at that point.
So the 1/2 cup still in my hand here. So I'm going to add. I'm not adding it all right now. I'm going to add a little bit. I'm going to add 1/2 of it and fold it in.
What's important to point out right now is that sweetened condensed milk has been chilled.
Now, my fruit mixture. My fruit mixture is ice cold, but it's ice cold, and that's the caramelized bananas, also the cherimoya, and 3 of the passionfruit, the fruit itself.
And here we go.
So I'm adding 1/2 of this, and I'm folding. Folding, up, under, up and over, up and over.
And that's the exact technique that you saw in our chocolate mousse video.
Up and over. The reason up and over is so that you try to maintain as much air as possible in the mixture.
The air, the buoyancy, that's
Now,
what's going to give you the fluffier ice cream and why you don't need to churn it.
Now I'm going to add the other 1/2 of the sweetened condensed milk. I know that I need at least 1/2. I'm not sure if I need any more. I will taste it and I will know after that. But I am going to need to make sure that I have the rest of the fruit. So all of the fruit's going in. Okay, all the fruit's been added. You saw that. I have a half a cup of sweetened condensed milk so far. I'm adding a quarter cup to this batch. It needs more. We'll test that out and then we'll see if we need more.
Did we hit the mark?
Taste it. I think we may have to go another quarter. I know this is where we like it usually, but it being an ice cream, it might need the extra quarter.
It's going to need the extra quarter to hold up to everything else. So that final quarter. And there we go. It's 1 full cup of sweetened condensed milk to 2 cups, 1 pint of heavy whipping cream. Spoon for you, spoon for me.
That's it.
There we go.
That's it. That's perfect.
1 cup in this ratio hits the mark.
That is perfect.
Oh my God.
So this is what it looks like. You can see how shiny it is. It's very nice texture. So we are going to pour it into this. Anytime you're dealing with parchment paper, it's kind of a pain. But
Parchment paper is such a miracle, but my God, is it persnickety.
So this is where we are.
Beautiful. Oh my God.
Where we are. This is going into the freezer. I need some plastic wrap. The only thing I'm going to do is put plastic wrap over the top of it, and I'm going to freeze it. It's going to probably freeze at least 4 to 6 hours. It might freeze overnight. We're just going to let it freeze until it is right.
And when we come back, you'll see what we're going to be having for dessert probably at midnight tonight. So see you in a bit.
Bye.